Okay, Rihan, I'm taking some questions from your book itself. I have opened that. Okay, these are review of number concepts, and here you have questions based on prime factors, and after prime factorization you have questions based on HCF LCM as well. And as you are saying, but there are some questions based on HCF LCM that are word problems. There are a lot of word problems that I can observe. Okay, you don't.
All what I can see is that
You
none of
don't.
the problems related to HCF and MCM are word problems.
Okay, you don't worry. There are working with directed numbers. Okay, there are some problems I'm presenting. You don't worry. This is from here, and okay, let's take these two questions. Okay, you can now see two questions I have presented here. Let's do them.
Oh,
Okay,
radio
I'm increasing its size. You don't worry. A radio station.
a radio station runs a phone-in competition for listeners.
Yes.
Every 30th caller gets a free airtime voucher and every 120th caller gets a free mobile phone. How many listeners must phone in before one receives both an airtime voucher and a free phone?
A radio station runs a phone in competition for listeners. Every 30th caller gets a free airtime voucher. Airtime voucher is received by every 30th customer, and free mobile phone is received by every 120th customer. This is the scenario.
Okay. Then one more question is over here.
Okay, let's yeah. No, this is the next question.
Okay.
How many listener must phone in before one receives both an airtime voucher and a free phone? Okay, a particular listener should receive both. If that listener need to receive both, how many times should he call there? That means he need to call that much time so that the number you get is divisible by 3 as well as divisible by 120. That means you need to take least common multiple of both, and in this way you decide that you have to calculate LCM of these two numbers 30 and 122.
Okay.
This way first we decide whether LCM is to be taken or HCF is to be taken.
Okay.
And once you decided that LCM is to be considered to answer this, you need to now factorize both of the numbers. And if you factorize 30, you will get 2, then 3, then 5. And
Okay,
if you,
fine.
if you want to factorize 120, you can perform the prime factorization as we do actually. 2, here we got 60, and then 2, we got 30, then 2, we got 15, then 3, we got 5, then 5, we got 1. That means 2 is there with power 3, 3 is there with power 1, and 5 is there with power 1. Now, in order to find out LCM, what will you do?
To find out the LCM,
Yes, LCM of these two numbers, 120 and 30. What will you do?
the LCM of
You will take the highest power of 2, that is 3.
the
You will
highest power of
you will take the highest power of 3, which is 1. You will take the highest power of 5, which is 1. 2 to the 4 to the 8 and 15. 15 8s are 120. That means he should call 120 times. If a caller call for 120 times, he will get both. He will first receive airtime voucher, free airtime voucher, as he has called for 30 times. Then he will receive mobile phone as he has called for 120 times. That means if he will call for 120 times, he will receive both as they asked. How many listener must phone in before one receive both? Okay, the question is, every 30th caller gets a free airtime voucher and every 120th caller gets a free mobile phone. How many listeners must phone in before one receive both an airtime voucher and a free phone?
okay. Before one receives both an airtime voucher and a free phone.
Yeah, how many listeners must phone in before? Okay, if he is 30th, how many listener must phone in before one receive? Okay, if he is 30th listener, he will get airtime, free airtime voucher. If he is 120th, he will receive mobile phone. That means 120 caller need to be there, and these 30th caller must be that person, 120th caller must be that person. That means there are 118 different callers that must call before this one call.
118. There are like 118 different callers.
Yes, 118 different callers or 118 different listeners must phone in before one receives both an air. Okay, I think you must be okay with this explanation. Now try 7th. You first decide whether LCM is to be taken or HCF. Lee runs round a track. Okay, Lee runs round a track. There is a track like this.
Round the track in 12 minutes.
And Lee runs here or complete this track, complete the round here in track in 12 minutes. and the same thing is done by this is done by Lee, Zalil, and this is done by this. 18 minutes. Zalil has done the same thing in 18 minutes. Okay. If they start together, they both start together, how many minutes will pass before they both cross the start line together again? Okay, when will they meet again?
How many minutes will pass before they both cross the start line together?
Okay, they will cross when Lee will complete some rounds. That means here as well you need to find out a common multiple of both number. You need to find out LCM of 12 and 18. What is the LCM of 12 and 18? Can you find and tell me?
LCM of 12 and 18 is 36.
Okay, LCM of 12 and 18 is 36. It's exactly correct. That means they will pass, they will meet or they will pass again in 36 minutes. And at that time, Lee has done how many round? Lee has completed how many round? In 36, yeah, Lee has completed, because Lee take 12 minutes to complete one round. That means, all right, Rian, we can conclude once we complete this question. How many round has Lee done? 3 rounds has been done by Lee in this duration. And how many round has Jalil done? He has completed 2 rounds during this time.
Okay.
And in this way, when they meet again, Lee has completed 3 rounds and Jalil has completed 2 rounds when they cross again after 36 minutes. Even the question may be asked how many rounds has been completed by they together. Together they has completed 5 rounds. Separately Lee has completed 3 rounds, Jalil has completed 2 rounds. In which when you need to find out a number which is divisible by all given numbers, you need to find out LCM. And when you when you find that number which divides all of them, you have to find out HCF. The questions I have taken is from book itself, and I think these questions must be there in your current book as well, because the book that I am following is 2022 book, 2022 edition, but it is the same book, extended plus core.
Okay.
After that, working with directed number. Okay, there are less questions, I agree. There are less questions based on this topic. But we can have even more. I am presenting some other questions from this topic. Word problems I am presenting here, you can try at your place.
Okay. And one more thing, is it okay to have the class at 6 p.m. IST tomorrow? If you are free that time.
Tomorrow means Saturday. Yes, I am free 6 p.m. tomorrow. We can have class.
Sure, no problem. 6 p.m. IST, I'm free tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. We can have class.
Okay then.
Okay, I am presenting some questions, some word problems, and you can try them. Ryan, I'm giving 5 questions that are your homework questions.
Okay.
You take the screenshot of these questions and you can appear them at your place.
Okay.
Okay, I'm presenting it here itself. I think you can see them now. You take the screenshot of these questions and try them as your homework.